Good morning and welcome back to Home Renovation Experts. Steve back here again on this beautiful base of a garden room getting built. So there you go, you can see all joists are now in, which is lovely jubbly. So what I'm going to now crack on and do is, lovely bag of spaces there, they'll come in handy later and I'll show you why. Put in the joist hangers now. So like I said in yesterday's video, these I just put in. I just put a couple of short nails into them just to keep them in place. So now they'll be held on with that and joists as well. Why do I do both? Well, to be fair, what happens is if you try and do this separately, so you could use one of the either system, but if you just nail it, I'm not happy with just nailing it because at the end of the day, they can start to move, creak, expand, all that kind of stuff. Whereas when they've got joists to carry around it, gives it extra support, which I love. The other thing is that when you're trying to put these things on these, once you've cut it and you kind of do it, it's a bit bouncy trying to hit the hammer and kind of get the clout nails in. It's just a bit of a faff. Whereas once this is secured very quickly in place with a nail gun, then just hooking this onto it and tacking it in is a piece of piss. So actually, I find this way actually saves me time and effort, and I'm all for that. Plus, it means they're now nailed in, and these, perfect. It's gonna be tough as old boots. Always over engineer, it's the best way to do it. And so now I've got these, just have to get some twist nails and I'll show you what they are, and I'll start whacking a few nails in. So put the joist on. You can now see there's many on. In fact, they're all on, which is lovely. So beautiful. The only time I haven't had to use one is there's a couple which literally sit on these metal plates here. So I think there are 4 that kind of just didn't need it. So they're absolutely fine and dandy. Twist nails. This is what you're securing them with. I don't know if you can quite see that in the camera, but that is what a twist nail is. It's what it is, what it sounds. It's almost like a straight nail that's been twisted at the point at the end. Just twist it around just to give it a slight kink in it. And that basically just allows it to like hook into the wood and do a bloody good job. So literally, they're not rocket science, they're anything but. So you just kind of get it lined up. Simples, right? Now I did have to pre-start that so I could hold the camera and hammer at the same time. Else it was just staying in there anti-gravity, because that would be flipping brilliant, but not. So that's that one done. So what I'm going to do next is show you exactly why I've got those 10mm spaces and how I create the bay underneath ready to support the 100mm PR insulation. It's going to go into all these sections, so hold on, I'll be there in a minute. So actually, what are the 10mm spaces actually for? Well, what they're for is this. So I've got a bit of batten which runs all the way across, okay? So what we've got to remember is, in these bays, you can have 100mm PR insulation. If I didn't have anything here to hold it onto, eventually with all the walking and stuff, it would just pop through. We don't want it popping through, we want it to stay there. So we put this across from one end to the other. That now means that the PRS insulation will sit across there nicely. Now, the spacers are there because this wood is 4 inches, but it's cut to about 95mm. Now, our PR insulation is perfectly 100mm, which means it's 5mm taller. So if I did sort of pad it down a bit, like you can see, pad it down by 10mm, it'd mean that if this was flush up to here, my PR insulation would just sit just above by about 5mm, which then means when I'm trying to put the flooring on top, it's kind of raised up and it's just a bit uneven, it's a bit crap. So by padding it out 10mm spaces, I now have 105mm to put my insulation into. So that'll go straight in there, sit slightly below the top of this. Job is a good, simple, isn't it? Now, for those of you going, well, how the hell are you keeping it up? Right, and what kind of magic is this? It's very simple magic. What I do is, because I'm on my Jack Jones, put the length, it's overcut anyway, so it overhangs over that side and that side. So I just get a saw and just chop it off in a minute. I make sure the next one is ready to go, over sides at both ends. I will then place one of these bad boys that way round, because if it's that way, I have to chop it, because this bit would then be in the way of the PIL. So put it that way. So all I'll do is essentially grab this, bring it up to there like that. I'll then take my nail gun like that, and as I'm pulling tight on this, I will then just fire one nail, boom, in that direction diagonally, and the same that side, boom, diagonally, and that's it, and that's what holds it up. So as you can see, there's a nail going straight through at an angle, holding that one, and then same the other side, boom, straight through. Good, easy peasy. Because they're kind of crisscrossing each other, it really does pin it in place, so it won't go anywhere. And like I say, it's only to hold the PR, so once that's in place and in the floor is down, nothing's going to touch the PR, it's going to be absolutely 100% fine. So that is it. That is what my spaces is for, and that is how you fit a long length on your toddy. Easy. Right, I'm going to get this one in. There'll be 2 more to go in that bay as well. And then essentially, that's kind of it. We're ready for PIR. I don't have to check my watch, see what the time is, see what time to go out and pick some up. Beautiful.